Evening YouTube. On a bright, still at the moment relatively mild Thursday evening. I'm just off now just for a quick blip round. I'm doing a test run. I've just fitted the new Givi Aroflow Screen to me GS. So this is a test run to see what it's going to be like, what buffeting, if any, I'm going to get with the setting I've got it on at the moment. I've just guessed it at the moment to see what it's going to be like. I'm going to give it a quick run now to see how I get on and do any adjustments I need to in my first impressions on the screen. So I'm not going to be going far, just a quick blip round, see how I get on. And for one part of the journey I might even take my earplugs out just to see what it's like, because obviously with earplugs in I can't really tell about wind noise. At the moment I have got a slight bit of buffering on my lid. I've also forgot to do my waistcoat up, and that's just rolled up on me back, so I'll have to pull over in a minute when it's safe to do so and do that up. At the moment I'm getting a little bit of buffering on the top of me lid, nothing major, but like I said, this is a test run to see how I get on. I'm getting Western Zoiling, I'll pull over and do my waistcoat up, and I'll adjust the screen, move it up just a touch. I say this is all about trial and error at the moment to see how I get on. See, at the moment I've got the top half of the screen at more or less its lowest setting. I think it does need to go up a little bit. It's not too bad. The problem's going to be a lot of my footage will be going through the screen, but that can't be helped. Pull over in a sec and do my waistcoat up. Remember, I haven't got my top box on either. That makes a difference to how the airflow going over the bike reacts. Try and make sure I don't do like I did earlier. I caught me thumb in this when the first time I used it. Right, that's quite considerably higher than it was just now. Let's see how I get on with that. In fact, it's nearly at its maximum, so I ain't going to get it much higher. Go up a little bit, but not a lot. And this might be too high. So it's trial and error at the moment. So I'm not going to get a real impression at the moment now while I'm in a 30. Pardon me. It's when I get in the Nationals. So I know somebody who's got this screen on his GS, and he seems to be pretty happy with it, but he's not quite as tall as me. Not too bad. Still got a little bit of buffering on the top of me lid. Yeah. Mind you, I've got my hand there just in front of it now and there's no air. I'm not getting any air until I reach the very top of me lid. Could feel it with my hand. Could have turned left back there, I suppose, with the route I'm going, but it doesn't matter. Circular it along the 361 and then back the A39. On my own screen I didn't have no buffering, but I did get quite a lot of wind noise if a couple of times when I never had my earplugs in. Could have gone that way as well. Road I ain't done for a while. See, a big test going to be as well if I got what sort of wind noise, if any, I've got on this footage. Left here. Oh yeah, the indicator ain't working. I have to push that about 3 times to get it to work. Right, quick blip on to nationals. See how I get on. At the moment it's not too bad. So I'm getting a slight bit of buffering right on the top of my helmet. Nothing major, but it's there. Put my hand there, can't feel nothing. There's a little bit there near the top of my lid, but not a lot. It's not until I get right over the top of it I can feel it. I've got a slight bit more adjustment I can make, which will push the air up even farther. Then I might have to try it lower and see how I get on. Higher might not be the solution to the problem. It might be lower. Right, I'll pull over again in a minute. There's a spot up here I can, and I'm going to try it lower initially. It's all about experimenting at the moment until I get the most optimum position for it. Could have stopped in that one, but never mind. Right, I'm going to try it in a lower position just to see how I get on initially. I have got adjustments there I can make as well, mind you, which adjust the angle with the screen. I might have to do that tomorrow. Should be able to do this with the gloves on. Right, that's more or less at the bare minimum for height. See how I get on. Not too bad, but I didn't get up to 60, which is the benchmark I got to go for. Find out when I get the other side. 30's no good. It's at speed I need to test it. It's also the angle. I might have to loosen her off tomorrow and bring it up so it's on its maximum adjustment, because that'll adjust the angle of the screen as well as bring it up just a touch. It's about the same even at this lower one. There isn't that much difference. First impressions though, I think this screen is going to do a job. It's wider at the base, so it's going to deflect more air round me that side over there. I think on the lower setting I'm not getting buffering, but I think I'll have a bit more wind noise. Even with my earplugs in I can hear the difference. But as I always wear my earplugs, that doesn't really come into it. So far, no matter which position I've got it in, it doesn't seem too bad. It's going to be a question of playing about with it until I get the optimum position. Coming up to the Ascot Inn, where they do the bike nights. I think it was the last one last Wednesday for that. But they also do nice food in there. Cracking scram, absolutely brilliant it is. Well worth the money. Congratulations to Craig Motor Revs on his new bike, a Honda Cross Tourer 1200. It looks like a nice bike. So short one just to test out the screen. And at the moment I think this lower setting's the best. Yeah, I have got a slight bit of wind noise there, even with my earplugs on. I'm picking up on it, which I didn't have on the higher setting, but I've lost the buffeting, so it's going to be one or the other. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm doing 40 and catching this muppet up in front. Of course at the moment it's all double solids along here, so I haven't got an overtake even if I wanted to. No, I haven't, there's too much traffic coming this way. They've decided to speed up a bit now we come out the wooded area. Not for very long though, slowing down again. And enough of them. Goodbye. Even at 50 I'm pulling away, or they turn right. So far, first impressions, I think this screen is going to do the job. It's just going to be a few rides till I find the optimum position, I think. We're up to the Pig and Wheel, another place which does nice food. .30 along this stretch now. Enjoyed this little blip round. In the blue hour for taking photos, this is. Red sky at night, Shepherd's Delight. Unfortunately, that's not correct. Because it's going to be wet tomorrow. Nice little short blip just to test the screen, but I think it's going to take 2 or 3 more runs before I find which is going to be the best. This is more or less at its lowest, but I haven't really been able to test it at 60, which is what I really wanted to do. 60 plus. Enjoyed this little blip round, only a short one. It's still quite warm at the moment for the time of year.